Good morning, everybody. Sarah, the Real Simple Mama here with my flock of 3. We lost Lollipop yesterday. My sweet gold sex link, my little blonde. She passed away yesterday afternoon, and so this video, other than letting you guys know about that, doesn't really have a point except for a PSA, I guess, of just be really, really careful with the weather, with everything that's going on in your life, that you don't forget about your birds. We don't know what happened to Lollipop. I did as best of an autopsy as I could. I ruled out any kind of predator. I ruled out her being egg bound, which is where, the eggs aren't coming down and the bird is not able to lay. So the eggs basically stay stuck inside her body. I ruled out any kind of disease that would have physical signs or anything like that. So my only guess is either, Callie's found something. Get it, girl. Is either, there was something that I couldn't see. I don't have the heart to like chop her open. Or it was just the heat. And the reason that I blame myself, number one, is that, these little lives they're dependent on us. So even when you don't feel like it, or you're tired, or you're busy, or you've got, a hot date or whatever's going on. I mean, your animals need you every day, period. But today, what is today? Today is Saturday. And on Thursday, I had a procedure done that was supposed to be a very simple in and out patient medical procedure. And it ended up being 3 procedures and a surgery because the doctor found more than they had anticipated. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Like, I'm going to be okay. Recovery kind of sucks, but there's nothing abnormal or dangerous or anything like that. So I'm going to be okay. But my husband took off work to take care of the kids because obviously I can't drive. I could barely walk or anything like that. And my whole routine got screwed up on me bringing ice out to the girls. And normally I would bring ice and a treat, frozen vegetables or frozen blueberries or something out to them at 11 o'clock or noon, right when it got about 90 degrees here in South Texas. And like I said, today is Saturday. And Thursday and Friday, it was closer to 95 or 96 degrees and more like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon when my husband came out. And it wasn't anybody's fault. I'm recovering from surgery and I was on painkillers and my husband is not normally home. So it's not anybody's fault, but it is, And we saw her yesterday morning. Lollipop was in her usual nesting box. My original girls only like one of the nesting boxes and she was there. And then my husband came back out in the afternoon to give them ice. And, she was in one of the other nesting boxes and she'd passed away. So, I mean, these other girls, they look fine. The 2, if you haven't been following me, I had an originally I had 6, 3 hens and 3 roos, and the roosters were rehomed. And then I had, 3 original hens. And the only one who is original now is Calypso. The other 2 I got just a couple of weeks ago from a friend who is wonderful and generous and kind. And she and her husband might be moving out of state, and so they're gradually reducing their flock down. They did have about 40 birds. So, the new birds seem fine. I don't know if it's just different temperaments and different breeds, or I don't know. There's so much I'm still learning, but it sucks when, you learning a lesson takes one of your pets losing a life. And my husband told me about Lollipop yesterday, and he, prepped her for me to look her over and do an autopsy. And I don't know if it's good or bad, but I didn't find anything. So, hey, girls. I just let them out, so they're doing their little once-over of their zone. So this swimming pool, don't laugh, but typical to Real Simple Mama, I got it for free. I found it on the side of the road, but it has cracks in it. We have a bigger swimming pool right over there that's being used for a tortoise that we found last week. But we are going to go, we've rehabilitated him. He's good. He's stable. So we're going to go let him go today. And that pool is going to come in here for the girls to have some water, because especially this little sass bucket right here, this is Gracie, one of my new girls. She's the one who was beaten up really bad by the rooster. Or roosters, maybe. So her feathers are growing back, but she's got that huge bald spot. But she's sassy. And she's bossy, and she's feisty, and I like her a lot. But she has figured out, she knows, she loves to stand in water, like, because, I mean, that's the quickest way to cool down a bird, right? Because there's no feathers on their feet or their legs. Hey, Callie girl. What, baby? And Callie is just like, where are my sisters? Because my other original two are now gone. We lost Dottie, my original Wyandotte, who looked just like her. We lost Dottie in July, and now we just lost Lollipop. So, I mean, I feel absolutely horrible. There's really no other point to this video, guys, other than me just, you know, letting out how I feel about losing my bird. And Lollipop was so good and so sweet with the kids, and she was really special. And I'm really grateful for my time with her, and I told her thank you. But I've set an extra alarm on my phone now, so even if I'm down for the count, you know, somebody, whoever's here helping out, I mean, even my kids could do it, to come out, make sure that the girls get ice, make sure that we spray down the ground for them to walk on and cool their bodies from their feet. We did make, thank you, Isaac, for saying this in one of my previous videos, this is a food grade bucket, so we can be sure that the girls are safe when they're drinking water out of a big bucket. And we just put another one of those chicken drinkers on there. So again, real quick, the way we set up this waterer is now, without even having to come in here, you could just open up the lid, obviously, because that's outside the run, and put ice in there, and it cools everything down real quick. So, but we're just going to have to be real careful because it's so freaking hot here. And the humidity's been bad, and there just hasn't been a lot of breeze, and it's just disgusting. So, but I refuse to lose another bird. I'm just so heartbroken, and my kids are really upset about Lollipop because she was their favorite. What is it, Sadie girl? So, you know, and I've been walking around making sure we're not losing any more baby squirrels. We've got baby squirrels falling out of trees. I don't know if it's because they're so hot or, you know, they just step off a limb wrong, or I don't know. But we've lost 3 baby squirrels from different nests, and I've saved one and saved a tortoise. And, you know, I like to think that I saved these 2 birds because their owner might be moving away. But, you know, I feel so guilty about Lollipop, and I'm just, again, making this as a public service announcement to try to encourage people, like, please, you know, use a watch, use a thermometer inside, something. As soon as it gets 90 degrees max, like, go out and give them some treats. My friends who I know personally here in the area, you know, I messaged them again yesterday and was like, please make sure you're giving your birds ice. Like, please don't let this happen to your family. But unfortunately, you know, for me to snap back to it, you know, post-surgery, hey, and make another reminder, you know, it took us losing Lollipop, so I'll never forgive myself for that. So just a quiet morning here. And now I just have my 3. So thank you guys for your kind thoughts and everything. Again, with my surgery, like, I'm fine. There's no need to say anything about that, but I'm just so heartbroken about Lollipop. And so again, just a PSA to watch your birds, know your birds, check on them often. But I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama, and we'll be back.